I don't want to scare anybody here, but Metamask, the crypto wallet, might be going in a bad, naughty direction. Now, I really don't want people to freak out, so relax, everything's going to be fine. Metamask still works, everything is totally safe and secure. It's a perfectly fine wallet. What do I mean by going downhill? Well, they've exhibited certain signs of maybe selling out to the powers that be, maybe eventually one day becoming a little less decentralized and a little less private than you might want, okay? MetaMask has essentially sold out to the bug eater overlords. As we know, JP Morgan has a large ownership in Infura. Infura is the RPC protocol. All that means is JP Morgan has their dirty, slimy hands into the data providing service that feeds from the blockchain into MetaMask. So what MetaMask is, it just lets you view blockchain data, but Infura, the node that they default to, when you're on the Ethereum mainnet here, right? This is the Ethereum mainnet. Everybody's connected to the Ethereum mainnet on MetaMask by default. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, you should know how to connect to Pulse Chain as well. We primarily play in the Pulse Chain ecosystem nowadays, which is a bit more safe and secure because the RPC URL is not owned by JP Morgan. Okay, so just by being in Pulse Chain already, you're already one level safer and more private than just being connected to the default node on Ethereum. Now, I talk about that in my course and everything, but if you want to know how to change the default RPC URL, I'm going to tell you really quick. It's going to be the easiest thing ever. If you want a bit more privacy on the Ethereum mainnet, you don't have to do this, by the way, guys. But for the people that are privacy focused and that don't want any third party snooping around in what your blockchain business is, you just go to the settings over here in MetaMask, okay? Go to settings, go to networks down here. Look where my mouse is. Go to networks, and you see how the RPC URL, notice how it defaults to Infura. Look at that right there. That is what's pulling all the data from the blockchain into the wallet. The wallet, like I mentioned already, guys, it's just the visualization tool for all your blockchain data, what coins you own, how much money you have, who you've sent money to, your whole history and all that. So you just have to add a new Ethereum network. That's all you have to do. Add a new Ethereum network that's going to look identical to all these settings, but the RPC URL is different. Now, how do you find alternative RPC URLs? Well, let me Google that for you. Alternative RPC URLs for Ethereum. Go to this website, rpc.info. Look right here, guys. Look on the screen. rpc.info. It's very simple. If you want to upgrade, you can click on this website. It'll take you to all the kinds of alternative RPC URLs for all different blockchains. All we care about is being a little more private on Ethereum. And let's be honest right now, guys, all the action is happening on Pulse Chain. And if you don't know that already, you should be following me. You should have been paying attention. But all we're doing right now is we're making MetaMask a little bit safer on the Ethereum side. So to do that, we click on Ethereum right here. Look where my mouse is. There's all these different blockchains. We don't care about them, okay? We only care about Pulse Chain, and we only care about Ethereum a little bit because that's probably going to be your entry point when you're buying money on a centralized exchange. You're first going to get it onto the Ethereum blockchain and then bridge it over. If you want to know how to do that, I've got previous videos. Check out how to buy Pulse Chain, all those videos. I've also got a course, but we click on Ethereum. We click on Ethereum and look at all these alternative URLs. Okay, I want to use, let's say, eth.meowrpc.com. So all I have to do right here, guys, I could copy and paste this manually, right? I could copy this, go back to MetaMask, add a network, scroll all the way to the bottom, click add network manually, and I could, copy this here, and I could say, this is still Ethereum, chain ID 1, currency symbol ETH, block explorer, ether, scan.io. I could do all that manually, okay? I could do all that manually, but I could just go ahead and click add to wallet right here. Look, it's so super easy. I'm just going to add this to my wallet. So I just showed you can type all the information manually. When you add a network to your wallet, that's all you're doing. You're adding either a new blockchain or the same blockchain, and in this case, just a different RPC URL, a different data provider. All right, that's all we're doing in this very simple tutorial to protect you and make you a little bit more private, okay? So again, this is rpc.info, rpc.info. You've got all these alternative backup options that, again, they are not owned by the corrupt JP Morgan, and then God knows what else they're going to do in the future. They're probably just going to be tracking you, but crypto's about privacy. Crypto's about self-sovereignty, and having somebody snooping around in all your crypto business is the opposite of real crypto. So, add to wallet. Let's see what happens there. Oh, look, pulls up MetaMask nice and easy, and we just go ahead and click next, and we click next. Connect our wallet here, and look, it just adds the network for us automatically. So rather than take the extra 2 minutes and type all these words into the network like we did over here, remember, guys, we're just going to go back here, going to open our MetaMask again, okay? And it just wants to add this network manually. We're okay with that. We click approve. We go ahead and click approve. And it says, watch out, warning, you are adding a new RPC provider for mainnet. It doesn't want you to do this because it wants to spy on you. The little naughty fox icon is like, are you sure you want to do this? Because if you do this, we can't spy on you anymore. But notice this, it gives away all of its secrets right here. It just gives it away, right? It is important that your provider is reliable, as it has the power to see your account and IP address and associate them together. What is that, guys? You're telling me that the RPC URL can see my IP address and tie it to my crypto address? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Now, this is fine, right? No one's going to come busting your door down, but you never know, right? It always starts with an inch. You give them an inch and they take a mile, right? And the next thing you know, it's 1984 Orwellian society, police state. Maybe that was Brave New World. I don't know, whatever. One of those books, okay? And look, it can also broadcast your transactions and show account balances. That's just what RPC URLs do, but the linking of your IP address and your address is what might be concerning to some people. Now, it's not really even that concerning to me. You can use a VPN. Just Google popular VPNs. I hear NordVPN is a pretty popular one. It's outside of the 7 eyes. If you don't know what that means, it just means that NordVPN is one of the real ones. Okay, it's not one of the fake security theater VPNs. It's legit. And look, if you're using a VPN and if you're relatively secure already, you don't really need to be doing any of this. But adding an extra layer of security to the Ethereum side of things and not allowing them to track your IP address and associate that with your crypto address might be something you want to do. And now, can you trust any of these RPC URLs? Guys, I don't know. All right, we're taking a risk on all of these. We're taking a risk on any of these RPC URLs, and you're just betting that, Meow RPC, for example, this one over here, is not going to be sharing your data with JP Morgan, because we know Infura is owned and fully co-opted by the powers that be. We know that. Now, I can't say with certainty that any of these aren't going to turn their backs on us one day. They might, but when one becomes corrupt, there's always 5 more that pop up in its place. It's like the Hydra, right? It's like the dark web. You can't turn things off on the internet, right? People just copy and paste them. They make new, better versions. That's what Pulse Chain is too. Pulse Chain, the RPC URL on Pulse Chain, it's totally private. It's not sharing data with any third parties, like IP address data and account data. Because that is the opposite of why Pulse Chain was invented. Pulse Chain is real crypto. Pulse Chain is real decentralized finance. Real DeFi, real freedom of speech, outside of the eyes of the prying governments, okay? That was the whole goal of crypto, was to get rid of the middlemen, get rid of the governments. So what does Infura do? They sell out to JP Morgan. Go figure, right? And so because Metamask, again, defaults to using Infura, you might want to just go ahead and approve one of these alternative options. Again, this is Ethereum mainnet specific, and this is how you do it. So you click approve, boom, click approve. Look, I'm switching from Ethereum mainnet to another Ethereum mainnet. There's no difference, okay? All your coins are going to be there. All your balances are going to be there. It's just you're going to a different data feed for all of your Ethereum coins, okay? Now look at this. What's new? Oh my God, what's new in MetaMask, guys? Let's see. More sellout KYC BS, it looks like. What's new? Oh, we've got this buy and sell button. How wonderful, right? Wrong, guys, wrong. I would not personally be interested in using this buy and sell button, given that it requires KYC, okay? Instantly available for ETH in the United States and the UK and parts of Europe. Oh, how convenient. Now I can just buy and sell crypto from my Metamask wallet, right? No, guys, this is the beginning of the end for Metamask. Buying and selling within Metamask, I don't love it. Now, yes, it's really hard to find a fiat on-ramp that doesn't involve KYC, but you can make different accounts at Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com, Gemini. I always like to have 2 or 3 accounts as a backup, right? And I would not be buying and selling crypto directly through my Metamask wallet, which is supposed to be your private wallet. The Metamask wallet, and there's alternatives to Metamask. We're going to talk about those in the next video. Okay, the next video is going to be about Metamask alternatives like Rabby and how to switch from Metamask to Rabby. But when you're buying crypto through one of these centralized middleman services in a decentralized wallet, you're within a decentralized wallet. Why would you want to go and buy crypto in a centralized service within a decentralized wallet? Okay, the whole point is you go and buy your crypto outside. You buy it on the CEX out here, okay? And then you transfer your money from the CEX centralized exchange into MetaMask. You don't start in MetaMask and then go into the centralized exchange. That's the opposite path, okay? That just doesn't make sense. So I am not interested in using this buy and sell button at all, okay? But look, it's the shiny new feature. They want you to. Of course, they want you to do that because they want to know who you are. They want to know exactly how much money you're spending. They want to know what coins you own. And they want to be able to shut you off and tax you to oblivion and steal all your money if they want to, because they're thugs, they're the government, okay? So, do not try this. Well, Do whatever you want. I'm not going to do this. All right. That's just my personal preference. Close out of here. And look, we go through the little setup process. It's the same exact thing. Okay. Notice over here, I've got Ethereum mainnet. I've got a different Ethereum mainnet. The default one, remember, the default one is that little fox icon is spying on you. This new one that we just added, it's still Ethereum, okay? It's not Pulse Chain. But this one's maybe a little more secure. And again, as a helpful tip, I'm not a big fan of this button right here, okay? You want to buy your crypto on a centralized exchange outside of your actual personal crypto wallet. Your personal crypto wallet is yours and only yours. It's your seed words, it's your money, your coins, not your keys, not your coins. So again, what's the point of using buy and sell within MetaMask if the whole point of getting a MetaMask or any kind of wallet where you hold your own private keys, what's the point of giving all that power away? So go from the CEX into the exchange. So you want to be going from the CEX, okay? You want to go from the CEX into MetaMask. Again, one last time, what do we not want to do? We don't want to be going from MetaMask, where we're safe, and we don't want to be going into whatever KYC BS that this is going to be. All right? So, again, bad button right here. Naughty button. And again, naughty MetaMask for defaulting you to Infura, but you don't have to. There's a better way. And that is how you switch your network, your default Ethereum network, from default Infura to an alternative safer option on rpc.info. All right, and again on Pulse Chain, guys. On Pulse Chain, you're safe by default. Pulse Chain is default safe. Pulse Chain is default real crypto, real DeFi, the way things were supposed to be. I hope this was helpful to you. If this didn't make sense and if you want to understand the basics, I have a course that's specifically geared for newbies. Okay, it's called hexpassiveincome.com. Links in the description below. I teach you how to do everything from an absolute beginner, and we take you from zero to hero. And if you want to ask me one-on-one questions, I'm very responsive in my Patreon. Link in the description below as well. Feel free to join that if you want to talk more one-on-one and get questions answered and all that stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, help Pulse Chain go viral. It does help boost the algorithm, and it helps pump all of our bags. So I'll see you on the next one.